Morning to you guys, top of the morning. I hope we all had a good night's rest. Let's get right into it. So as you can see, yesterday Euro USD started its ascent upward towards the end of the New York session, and that's quite nice to see as that's what we've been calling all week. We've been calling for some dollar shorts and some Euro USD longs, at least to target this high, and this high, right? So let's see. First of all, we haven't even touched the first high, so we still have that potential. And as you can see, so we pushed up from here and now we push back in. Okay, so the first thing I want to show you guys is look at this beautiful liquidation sequences on your USD in the past, right? So we have this push up right here. It came into it, took out that liquidity, pushed up from there. It's clear on the 1 hour. You can see, right? So you can see we had this liquidity low, came in, took it out, and then boom, bought from there. Same thing right here again, right? Came in, took it out, and then you can see V-shaped reversal into the upside, a breakout, and then similar story right here. So I would be waiting for liquidation event. I would just be waiting for liquidity to be grabbed, because as you can see, we still have some open right here. So it's possible that we can still come back and grab that liquidity before pushing up. And the reason why I'm looking for that is also um, gold has I'm sorry, dollar has a gap which we would see in a minute. But you can see right here we had that retracement also into the discounted area, and then the monthly open acted as support, and then from there we started to push up. So it is quite beautiful, honestly. Like, you cannot even fault this. It's just beautiful, beautiful, guys. So as I always say, guys, put those opens in your chart. Put those opens in your chart. They're quite helpful, and they like it's a cheat code. It's like a glitch in the matrix. It's like finding a glitch in the matrix, guys. You just found a glitch in the matrix and use it. So, if you had taken a trade from this monthly open, you would have actually been in 1% profit by now or something. Depends on where you put your stop, because I advise large stops. So, now let's look at dollar index. I'm still looking for more buys on this, and for me to look for those buys, I would like a retracement. And once we see that retracement and then that change of character, it may be into this demand area, or maybe even a swipe of these lows, grabbing this liquidity. But I like this area. I like it. I like the consolidation. So, and then so from there perhaps we push up, or even from here, from this liquidity low. So let's watch and see how it develops through the day. Okay, moving on. For the dollar index, guys, as we've been calling short all, I think, since last week or even 2 weeks now. We've been calling short on this thing, and it's beautiful to see, like, it's just playing out the way we want it. You can see the immediate order flow, right? You can see the immediate order flow is to the downside. So don't try to long it unless you see this order flow change. And then how would you see the order flow change? You would see the order flow change by highs being broken, something like this. Like, you want highs going before you start looking for longs, right? You want highs to be going. Like, you want this high to go, you want this high to go, you want this high to go, right? At least this one at first, right? You know what I'm saying? So at first, like, when you're looking for longs on any, when you're looking to trade anything, always follow the immediate order flow. Follow what's going on at the moment. That's where the money is, right? So the reason why I'm still looking for that retracement on the dollar is because of this gap we have here. And gaps are, they don't always have to be filled, but there's a higher probability of them being filled than them not being filled. So if you bet on gaps being filled, it's a higher stake. So that's why I'm betting on it being filled, and then from there we could start pushing down. Okay, as we still have this weak lows here on the dollar, like we have these open lows on the dollar. So all of this, I'm interested in all this liquidity. I'm interested in taking out all of them. And today we have the NFP. We have NFP, ADP, NFP, and that is basically employment data for US, not relating to non-farm and governmental. So keep an eye out for that. That could cause some movement in the market. Let's see how that goes. With GBP USD, guys. Okay, guys, what can we say? We've been pushing up. As you can see, we came into here. We talked about this yesterday. We said we could push up from here, as we could grab this liquidity beneath, as this is a nice demand area which took out this liquidity and broke structure to our left, right? And that happened. You can see now we had that high swipe, right, taking out the early the early sellers, all of these stop losses. Like we have this liquidity swipe above the high. Now we came back and now we're just pushing up with this v-shaped reversal, guys. It's beautiful to see from this demand level. Quite beautiful to see, guys. And man, wow, wow. Just I think this started, when did it start? Okay, yesterday. I wasn't on the market much yesterday. I was so busy and I couldn't stay focused on the market. So that's why for me it was just better to stay out. But this, if you're in this position, congratulations, as we have the swipe of this high. Did it even give an entry? Let me go to the 1 hour and confirm. I want to see if it gave an entry. Okay, yes it did, right here. Yes, it did right here, guys. And you could have been in this market and then you're stopped beneath this lows. I'm sure some people are, and congratulations. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's beautiful to see. Wow. Wow. And I was actually leaning towards GBP USD not moving as much. Wow, that's surprising, but it is quite beautiful to see. As you can see, if you look to our left, we've grabbed all of this liquidity. Now we're just retracing, and you want that deep retracement, and that's good to see, because here's our, let's remove this. Right, here's our swing high, here's our swing low, right? So a nice retracement would be good. At least maybe we can get to this high or even here. So that's nice to see, guys. That's nice. Which also is in line with those dollar short. Okay, guys. With NU, guys. As we discussed, we're just looking for that push up. That's what we're looking for, and because of the New Zealand policy. But you can also see now we're squeezing into the highs, and this is quite nice to see, because all you just want now is, okay, you want to break out, and then from that breakout you could get a little bit of consolidation, and then you just take an entry with your stops at the right place, or you could wait for this liquidation, right? So we have this low, perhaps we come into here, liquidate this low in line with the monthly open, and then from there, if we see that change of character, we can start looking for those longs. But before we look for any longs, we want liquidation of the low, and then or a breakout from the highs. Okay, guys. And that's a similar story on AU. Actually, I don't think it's coming back here, honestly, but who knows? It might hit our target first and then reverse, but I would be interested in that also. As this is a ranging market, as we've established, and from ranging markets, you want to sell from the 75 fib level, you want to buy from the 25 fib level. So you can see now we're just squeezing into the highs, and maybe we get a liquidation event, and then from there we could start to push up again, as we have that news on USD today. So let's keep an eye out for that. Similar story with USD CHF, guys. If you're in this position, congratulations. As we've been calling this, right, guys? Okay, let me even delete this. You can see from here we've been calling this, right? So if you're in this position, congratulations. I think you should be at 1 to 1.5 or almost 2% at the moment. Okay, what are we waiting for? Yesterday we had the liquidation of this highs, and now we've started to push down lower. I still expect lower prices. Honestly, nothing but sells on this. Now all you just have to wait for is liquidation of this high. We have our liquidity right here, and you could wait for this high to be grabbed, right? This high or here also to be grabbed, and then from there you look for that change of character. You could find those entries, okay? But only look for shorts, and look for short on liquidations of the highs, okay? And similar story with gold also, guys. As previously discussed on gold, let's see, guys. We've broken this high. Now we're just retracing. As you can see, we had a body candle close above it, so now we're just retracing with into this demand area. So for me, it's all about looking for longs, more longs, as more longs as you can take, as much as you can take, rather. um so you can see now we pushed down, and now since yesterday we started to push up again. So if we break this fractal high, I'm waiting for this fractal high to go, so something of this nature, right? And then a retracement into this area. Perhaps look at this monthly open. We could use that as our support area, and then from there we start to look for those highs, like for the longs. So that's all I'm waiting for at the moment, as we've had like this liquidation event already from yesterday. You can see we took out this liquidity. That might be enough to push the market, or we might still come down and take out more. But because I like this area, right? I like this area as we pushed up from there, broke this consolidation that we had going. We broke this consolidation, and then from there now we've retraced into here, taking out liquidity from the V-shaped reversal, and then I'm looking for that fractal high break to scale into more positions. With USD card, guys, I discussed this yesterday. I said I'm looking to get out at break even. So if you're still holding this position, guys, look for ways to scale out, as market conditions have changed, and so as our buyers change. I'm not I'm not long on the dollar, at least not for this month. Probably, maybe not for the foreseeable future, at least. So let's see. Guys, just look for those highs and just try to scale out of this position. As we have USD JPY also, as I'm looking for longs at the moment on JPY, so I'll be looking for short on this. But also the dollar is short, so it's kind of beautiful. So let's wait and see what happens. But if we just look at this immediate market structure, you can see now we're just pushing down a little bit, and it could just be a retracement for another push up. I don't know, nobody does, but if you follow the immediate order flow, you can see now we're having lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. But keep in mind, this is what a bullish market. So whatever trade you're taking short, make sure you're waiting for proper liquidity grab, and then change of character, and then you can find that entry. It would be nicer with a pattern, but if not, you can just stay away from this market. You don't have to trade everything, right? For me, I'm not trading USD JPY, not for now though, right? At least not until we get something clearer. Maybe we also start breaking the highs, and I would favor that more than short. So that's just my opinion. Okay, guys, have a wonderful day.